pretty cool, right? That is a TikTok video that was done by a friend of mine named Hastings. Hastings lives in Johannesburg, South Africa, and he is a percussionist, and he enjoys using body percussion. He creates a lot of body percussion. So we're going to be talking with him a little bit later. I called him on Zoom, and we had a little chat. And I'm going to share a little bits of that with you. One of the things that Hastings is going to talk to us about is how he composes body percussion. And a lot of it, I'll tell you, starts with improvisation. Now, we've talked about that word just a little bit, about improvisation. And improvisation is, very simply put, it means to make something up. When you improvise, you are just making something up. If you are making something up, you are an improviser. So an improviser improvises when they are improvising. And we're going to use this to learn how to improvise with our little body percussion piece about apple, apple, kiwi. So before we get into that, let's go ahead and let's check in on that conversation I had with Hastings and see some of the things he had to say and some advice he might have for us. Hastings!
Hey, Paul.
How are you, my friend?
I am good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so much better now. It has been so long.
Yeah, it has been. So sorry I'm late. Yeah, I got stuck in some unexpected jam.
Yeah. How long are you on
Okay.
how long are you on holiday?
So it's going to be for, yeah, I think 4 5 weeks at least.
5 weeks.
Yeah.
Good.
It's sort of our summer break
Yeah, yeah.
in comparison to you. Yeah.
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 Because right now here.
It's weird. Oh, is that snow?
Yeah.
Oh my head! And yet it's so hot. It is so hot. I'm
uh,
like, why Paul is he wearing a jersey and he's like, oh, I'm trying to lose even this t-shirt, like if I can.
Oh, well, thank you
Yeah.
so much for agreeing to be in to let me talk to you. I have it recording now. And so what
Okay.
I'm doing is, it's funny because a couple weeks ago, I started creating a
Mm.
lesson in body percussion, and
Oh, cool.
then you posted your TikTok, and it was perfect. So
Perfect timing.
I will, if it's okay with you, can I put your TikTok video in my lesson to show?
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Good.
Super great. Yeah.
What are you doing these days, by the way? You're not, obviously you're not playing with the circus anymore.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. So I mean that was a once off tour, and I then like from that tour I then knew that I'm not into performance, and I really love teaching music. But like it was a great experience as well, like just to be on tour as a performer and stuff. So yeah, I've been completely teaching. So I teach a whole bunch of groups currently, mostly marimbas in the primary, and that I think that's elementary for you, like
Oh
primary
yeah.
and secondary students. So I do a whole spectrum within those ages doing marimbas. And then yeah, a couple of weekends now and then I'll be playing gigs or I'll try and make music here in my humble space so I can show you. So I got my drums over here.
Yes, I saw your video of
Yeah,
you painting them yesterday. That was very funny.
yeah, so I'm trying to do this looping thing. So I got my piano and then there's a marimba there.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Very nice. And
So yeah.
remind me, are you in Cape Town?
I'm in
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
Was that
Yeah. Johannesburg.
Johannesburg?
So yeah.
Okay.
Or we call it Josie.
Josie?
Or you can call it Joburg.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
So, how, tell my students how, when they watch, how did you how do you get started in body percussion? Did you start it when you came to California, or was it before then?
So interestingly, like literally, I got exposed to body music, body percussion when I did my level one. The first one I did when James and Verena were here in South Africa.
Yeah.
That's when like James recommended that I would come to San Francisco. So, but like it wasn't as uh, intense or as like how can I say it, musical, like a musical genre as it was when I was in San Francisco, because then I was exposed to people like Esteval, or Raul, and I was like, what are these guys doing? So yeah, definitely it was the off Shuvek that sort of got me to know that there is something called body music, body
Yeah.
percussion. And yeah, I would say like from San Francisco, that's when my love for it really grew. And yeah, I tried to pick it up there and have some skills developed watching videos. Sometimes hanging out with Raul, he would teach me something. And I think in my stream or in my tenure there at San Francisco, I had Kaka Lima. He
Uh-huh.
also showed me stuff. So from there, got some aspects of it, and then came here. Obviously, did my own introduction to the rhythms that I'm used to of Zimbabwe and South Africa. And yeah, I guess yeah, that's how I can say I got into body percussion.
And so when you like for your composition, when you were doing your TikTok, how did you was that one you wrote, or was that was it composed, or were you improvising?
So it's a combination. I think I learned the basic one. So from Kaka Lima, he showed me that one. So it's basically just keeping your snare, your snaps on the ends. So
Yeah, yeah.
one and two, three, and then you would say like, okay, from here you can add a clap. So something like right. So from there, and then I think later on, because I'm a drummer, I would say like, okay, how can I make this like more drum wise? So that's when I think I would safely say I developed that one. So so that's the basic structure of it.
Well, I need to run to a class that is starting right now, so this is my last one. But
Okay.
Hastings, I appreciate you so much. I'm so glad I got to talk to you in Johannesburg and to have some time with you. And let's do it again sooner than we did this time. It's been too long.
No, yeah, definitely, Paul. And I'm sure I'll be like sitting on the laptop in time as
Oh,
well next
I
time.
can't
But
I can't
definitely, it
wait.
was lovely. It was lovely seeing your smile again,
Oh,
Paul.
my
And
friend, and yours.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, cool, Paul.
Take care, my friend.
All right,
Thank
cheers.
you. Bye-bye.
Good. Bye.
Now, improvising isn't as tricky as you might think. The reality is you have been improvising your entire life. Every time you go out into the world, you are improvising because you're making things up as you go along. And one of the most obvious examples I can think of is speech, is talking. You see, when you were little, you didn't know a whole lot of words. So you only had a very limited number of tools to improvise with. So, for example, if somebody said, "How are you?" you probably said something very simple: "Good," "Fine," "Okay." But as you've gotten older, you've learned more and more words that you can start to draw upon and to use them. So when people say, "How are you doing?" you might say, "I'm doing okay, thank you. How are you?" Right? Or you might say, "I'm doing pretty well, but boy, I have a little bit of a headache today." That's adding on, and you're creating something in that moment. Improvisation with body percussion is very similar to that, because at first we started with just hand claps when we were doing apple apple kiwi. And so your first improvisation of apple apple kiwi might be to use still apple apple kiwi, but to do it in different places. So instead of going apple apple kiwi, you might go apple apple kiwi. Or maybe, like Hastings, you use some different body percussion and apple, apple, having something different, right? That would be your first way of improvising. As you get more comfortable with it, though, you might try adding in a little bit more. So now we're going to improvise. Here's what we're going to do. First, let's do our apple kiwi. Let's use that as a little bit of a refresher on how that thing goes. And then we're going to go back and we're going to count. After we get done, we're going to count to see how many beats we have in one set of apple kiwis, that whole thing, to see how long it is. So let's take a listen and let's see what happens with that. All right? Ready, set, here we go. Apple, apple, kiwi. Apple, apple, kiwi. Pomegranate, pomegranate, apricot, tangerine. We go like this. Apple, apple, kiwi. Apple, apple, kiwi. Pomegranate, pomegranate, apricot, tangerine. So I heard 16 beats. 16 beats before it comes back in with another set of apple kiwis. So now what we're going to do is let's back up, let's do it again, and this time I'm going to make up something for 16 beats, all right? Now, if you want to do it with me, you can start with the body percussion just like I am, and then when we get to the 16 beats of stuff, I'm going to be doing something, and if you and I don't match, you did it right. All right, let's see what happens. So we're going to go apple kiwis, 16 beats of improvisation, making stuff up, and then we'll do apple kiwis again. All right, here we go. Good luck. Ready, set, here we go. Apple, apple, kiwi. Apple, apple, kiwi. Pomegranate, pomegranate, apricot, tangerine. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Apple, apple, kiwi. Apple, apple, kiwi. Pomegranate, pomegranate, apricot, tangerine. And I messed up the apricots again. I forgot to go up to my chest. But you still get the idea. So now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do apple, apple, kiwi with you again. But on those 16 beats, I'm going to bail out. I'm going to just mouth the counts so you can see kind of where we are. And then let's see if you can fill in that space. All right, good luck. Ready? And here we go. Apple, apple, kiwi. Apple, apple, kiwi. Here you go. How'd you do? Was it hard? You can go back and play that little section of this video as many times as you need and practice as much as you want. How good at improvisation can you get? Can you get to where maybe you use a few ideas over and over? Just like apple, apple, kiwi, repeated. Maybe you go, see how I use that da-ga-da-ga-da idea several times? That's the goal in improvisation. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed all of these lessons on body percussion. I hope you've had a good time with them, and I look forward to hearing how things are going, and have a great day. All right? Bye, guys.